Oh, hey, long time no see. Last time we talked about brushes and how to use them for creating map. Today we're gonna create the remaining brushes that we need, and then create some new layers and finish up the continent, the maps, and everything. We already have the continents, the ocean, and the rivers and lakes. Now we're gonna make some grass, swamps, mountains, forests, and those things. So let's get down to it. So now we'll need the brushes that we did in video number 2. So we'll start with the three brushes. Sorry for my English. This is a 3 that I made for forests and the likes. It's not the best, but it works for now. You do the brush as you want it. I got a mountain that I actually call Mountain 2 because I got 2 types of mountains just to mix them up. You'll see that I've used some grays, which will be semi-transparent. I suggest that you actually you put even the white as gray, otherwise it will show off and it will be weird on screen. I got Mountain 1, which is a different type of mountains. Again, I suggest that you just remove the whites entirely, use grays and black. So here we go, we have these, and we'll just populate the rest of the map. Now we'll create a new layer that we'll call mountains, and we'll put it right above the continents. The fact is, mountains is the first thing. Mountains and lakes are the first thing that comes from the map, so you have to build from the ground up, and mountains is pretty much what you want to be on the ground. So now I'll just pick my brush, which is my mountain brush, my first mountain brush. You'll see that I actually created them very big. We don't want these that big unless you actually want some bigger mountains. You don't need that big of a brush. So what we'll do, we'll just go down to about 40. That should be it. That should be a great size for our map, depending on what you want. You can also go up to 50. That's also a great size for it. You'll see that the brushes actually goes up and down in size. I'll pick a color for the mountains. Since they're gonna be in the background, I'm gonna choose a darker color. You'll also see that I do not want the mountains to have multiple colors, so I'm picking up the same colors here. And then here we go, we just pluck some mountains over there, like that. Pluck in some over there, like this. You basically just power those mountains where you want them to be. So now I'll just use my other mountain, slow it down again to about 50, same kind of thing, but I will need to actually make it different. So we'll make it another color, like a lighter gray, and just power it in front of those that's already there. They're not all that better as it is. So now I'll just skip forward. There you go. I got my mountains all placed up, and you'll see that I actually gotten a bigger mountain here. Now that we have our mountains done, we'll go to the forest now. So we'll create a new layer. We'll call it forest. Pick our brush. Same thing as we did with the mountains. We'll just pick another color, like a dark green. Again, I don't want a variation, and I'll just put the trees about this size, which is about 47. And then I'm just popping it out again like this. So these are going to be my trees. Now you'll see that I'm truly above the mountains, and I want the mountains to be on top, so I can do this. You can also simply try not to do what I did, which is going above the mountains. So you can go over it, but not too much. Basically, you just stack your layers how you want. So that's it for the forest. So I'll just again skip forward. Okay, so now we've done our mountains. You'll see that I ended up putting my forest below the mountains here. It was just better like that because I could simply draw under the mountains and not care about the placement of those mountains. And when you look about here, it looks actually right. But again, if I had painted the white, it wouldn't show up here. It would be better. So now let's do some grasses. Again, you do the same kind of thing. I suggest that you actually use the Photoshop grass brush, which is one of these. They're actually very great for a brush. So just do the same as we did for the mountains and everything. So create a new layer and then just add what you want. I'll speak about deserts right now. If you want some deserts, so you want this area to keep being a desert-like area, I suggest you just do not put anything, you just leave it white as the continent, or beige, whatever the name of that color is in English. Just leave it like that, don't do anything. Skipping forward again, you'll notice that I actually created no desert. It's all about grasses and the likes. You get the map that's actually showing true right now, and that's pretty much a good map as it is. One of the things that you'll also notice is that I got some grasses that's from another colors. Here, this is what I call bogs or swamps or anything. Seriously, if you just put grasses or trees or whatever, but just put them in a kind of a yellow grayish with a mix of green, you know, that mucky texture here. So and that's gonna create some swamps. This is it for our map for today. The next time we'll see each other, we'll create some legends, some cities and the likes to conclude this this actual map. So that's how you create the layers and the maps. You'll notice that our brushes aren't all that good for it. It's not like you could create some sprites and then or mountains and just copy paste it everywhere. There's no way to do that with Photoshop. You need another software to do that. But that's another talk for another time. So that's how you do it. The next time we'll create some cities, roads, and everything like that. You know, populate the actual maps. Talk about naming conventions for the cities and the likes. So for now, that's it. Come visit me again.